Wow, I'm kind of depressed a little bit. You know, we got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know. Because we're fighting, we're training for it 9 months.
Mike Tyson just dropped an absolute bombshell during his live interview with Steve Covino and Rich Davis on Fox Sports Radio. And let me tell you, his honesty was so wrong, it's hard to tell if he's being brutally real or just toying with us. For weeks, we've been caught in a whirlwind of speculation. Was November 15 a meticulously planned stunt, a shady fix, or just a colossal disaster? Tysons Revelation is bound to stir the pot even more.
Oh, no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little.
Sir, did you watch it back or anything, or no?
I watched the fight. No, I have not.
Neither Mike Tyson nor Jake Paul seemed eager to set the record straight, leaving fans drowning in conspiracy theories and frustration. But then Tyson finally spoke up, and the way he delivered his side, so raw, so unfiltered, was equal parts hilarious and cringeworthy. Whether you believe his version of events or brush it off, one thing's for sure, this man knows exactly how to keep us hanging on every word. So,
what was he doing at the meeting?
Oh, yeah, a little bow at the end. He bowed.
That's the last thing I remember.
Mike Tyson's showdown with Jake Paul was nothing short of an emotional roller coaster for everyone watching. But despite the massive payday and all the hype, Tyson didn't walk away with a sense of triumph. Instead, he admitted it left him feeling depressed. Yes, the man who once intimidated entire divisions into early retirement openly shared that the whole experience left him in a surprisingly low place.
Wow, I'm kind of depressed a little bit. You know, we got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know. Because we're fighting, we're training for it 9 months.
When you're Mike Tyson, knocking someone out isn't the only punchline. The emotional aftermath packs just as much of a punch. After 9 months of grueling training, all for one night under the glaring lights, you wake up the next morning and realize life goes on. Tyson likened it to free falling from an emotional high, a feeling only someone like him could describe so vividly. And then there's the fight itself. For a man whose career is filled with iconic highlights, etched into every boxing fan's memory, Tyson had almost nothing to say about this one. He couldn't even recall the basic details of a match. His biggest takeaway? Jake Paul bowing at the end.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I don't remember it.
You didn't even remember it. I heard
but my body was really sore.
It was sore the next day?
Yeah, my body, my chest, my stomach and stuff was really sore.
That's it. No vivid analysis of punches, no tales of epic strategy. Just a hazy memory of a YouTuber paying his respects. And here's the twist. Tyson didn't even feel like he gave it his all physically. He barely broke a sweat during the fight. Yet, by the next morning, his entire body felt like it had been steamrolled. Chest, stomach, you name it, everything ached. For a man who wants to find the phrase built different, waking up sore after what was supposed to be an effortless bout raises more questions than a missed uppercut. Nice.
Clips where, like, you're holding back a right-hand punch, in my opinion as a fan, to not be exposed so that you don't get hit. Is that what was happening in that clip, or you don't even know?
So I was just, listen, know what I remember?
No.
Coming back from the first round, then the next thing I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the meeting?
Of course, no Tyson story would be complete without its fair share of controversy. As soon as clips from the fight surfaced online, fans became amateur detectives. Some were convinced Tyson was holding back, pulling punches as if he were sparring with a novice. Others chalked it up to the inevitable effects of time, claiming that the 60-something Tyson just couldn't unleash the same devastating blows he was once known for.
Listen, I wouldn't have realized any of this. We went 3-minute round. I didn't realize it.
Some claim the whole thing was staged, a neatly packaged drama to keep the Jake Paul saga alive. Tyson? He shrugged it off. The guy even admitted on live radio that he barely remembers the fight. Adrenaline, nerves, decades of hard hits to the head, who knows? But the fact that Tyson himself can't explain it only adds more fuel to the conspiracy fire.
Hey, after I woke up, I told my wife, why did I do that? I don't know. I just don't know what the hell was going on.
And what was her response? Like, what was your family's response there?
It was just supporting me.
And let me tell you, over 108 million people tuned in to witness Mike Tyson's latest spectacle, proving once again that this man could draw a crowd even if he were just standing in a grocery line.
Yeah, I am happy with my family for that. But we don't normally go around and talk about me fighting and stuff. I say I'm a fight, and then they say, Dad's gonna fight.
Even Tyson's family got a front row seat to this tidal wave of public adoration. Can you imagine being one of his kids, growing up with dad as just the guy who tells you to finish your vegetables, only to see millions of people screaming his name? Tyson himself said it was surreal for his family to witness. For years, he kept his boxing career separate from his home life, but this fight changed that. Be one time, and it was the last. So
this is what we were talking about. That fight was such a big ascender. We were so up and high. We were so excited. The fight's over. Boom. Wow. I'm kind of depressed a little bit. You know, we got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know. Because we're fighting.
It wasn't just a sporting event. It was a moment for his loved ones to grasp the depth of his connection with the fans. For Tyson, seeing his kids experience that love firsthand was nothing short of heartwarming. Well, as heartwarming as it gets when you're talking about a man whose life has been a mix of triumph and chaos.
Now, Mike,
Jake punches hard.
He does. I know. He's a big dude, man.
Body hurts so bad.
But because this is boxing and Mike Tyson, nothing ever ends on a purely wholesome note. The feel-good vibes lasted all of 5 seconds before the internet did what it does best, stir up a storm of controversy. As soon as the final bell rang, rigging accusations rolled in like clockwork. A viral clip of Tyson seemingly holding back punches spread faster than a meme. And suddenly, everyone became an armchair detective. Was Tyson protecting Jake Paul? Was this some scripted WWE-style drama? Or just Tyson being, well, Tyson? The theories were endless, and the debate was as heated as the fight itself. Jake Paul's promotional team wasn't having any of it. They clapped back hard, calling the accusations insulting and reminding everyone that the fight was fully sanctioned and followed professional boxing rules. They even threw in some shade, saying critics were undermining the hard work both fighters put into the event. But here's the thing, boxing fans are nothing if not persistent.
At 58 to do it, finally. Just
we talked about it for years, but let's do it.
Then, in true Tyson fashion, he added fuel to the fire during his post-fight interview. When asked about specific moments fans thought looked suspicious, he basically shrugged it off, claiming he had no idea what they were talking about. Throw in his earlier admission of not remembering much from the fight, and you've got the perfect recipe for peak internet speculation. Was he being brutally honest, or was this his way of dodging tough questions? The ambiguity only made the whole situation even juicier. So
I see. Is that your house right there?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're living in a beautiful place.
Yes, I am.
Looks like you're living large right now.
Very fortunate, very fortunate. Yes, thank God. Allahu Akbar.
But Tyson didn't let these accusations hold him back. Instead, he built an entirely new empire, starting with his cannabis brand, Tyson 2.0. And let's take a moment to appreciate the brilliance of this venture. Only Tyson could turn one of the most infamous moments in sports history into a best-selling edible.
Lit up Tyson 2.0. Last time we saw you in Vegas, you handed me a bag of your Mike Bites, the edibles. Fantastic. I love them.
Yes, I'm talking about Mike Bites, the ear-shaped gummies paying tribute to his legendary 1997 ear-biting showdown with Evander Holyfield. You'd think this would be just a gimmick, right? Nope. It's turned into a full-blown moneymaker, with sales soaring faster than a Tyson uppercut. His smooth transition from heavyweight champion to cannabis mogul makes you wonder if he planned it all from the start.
You got Tyson 2.0. Well, tell us what we got to be trying, and what do you recommend for a guy that's open to this?
Hey, I recommend you try everything.
Yeah? Open your mind?
You try everything, yeah.
Tyson 2.0 isn't just about novelty snacks. It's an empire in the making. Tyson is keeping the buzz alive with teasers of what's next, like his upcoming Netflix special. This project promises to capture all the wild, unfiltered, and hilarious aspects of Tyson we've come to love. It's not just another half-baked documentary. It's Tyson re-entering the entertainment spotlight, where he's already had hits like The Hangover. And fans can't wait to see what he does next, and honestly, neither can we.
Well, I think it's going to be the ass now.
The Tyson butt cheeks.
I don't know that.
Yo, Mike, you should come out with an edible, Tyson's butt cheeks, right? So that people can eat it.
Oh, I like that
You
one.
like that? Tyson's cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet cheek.
Yo,
Tyson's sweet cheeks. I can see it now.
you know what?
And then there's the butt cheeks moment. Yes, that moment. Tyson, ever the master of self-awareness, jokingly suggested launching an edible called Sweet Cheeks after his viral post Sweet Cheeks after his viral post-fight derriere stole the show. What started as a joke could very well become a reality. After all, it's Tyson. Fans are loving it, figuratively for now, proving that Tyson's knack for embracing the absurd only makes him more endearing. When you can turn a meme into a marketing idea, you know you've hit peak cultural relevance.
I think any of those dudes have the same fighting guts, like of the Devin Haney's, Tank Davis's, Ryan Garcia's, Teofimo's, of that.
We can't overlook those guys. Those guys are tough guys. They just fought in different eras.
Tyson isn't just focused on business. He's still deeply connected to the sport that made him a legend. He's been praising young stars like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, highlighting their grit, skill, and ability to draw crowds, almost as if we're experiencing a new golden age of boxing. And of course, Tyson couldn't resist offering his thoughts on the heavyweights, especially Tyson Fury's recent loss to Alexander Usyk.
Fury Usyk coming up at the end of the month. The rematch, Fury Usyk 2. Any thoughts on that? Because I know you have connections with Tyson Fury.
I know, but Tyson Fury could have won that fight if he wasn't playing around early in the fight.
I agree.
Let's just say Tyson didn't pull any punches. He believes Fury's sloppiness in the early rounds cost him the fight, and honestly, he's got a valid point. It wasn't a harsh critique, more of a tough love reminder that even the best need to stay sharp.
Fury looks up to you so much. Did you feel bad going against him?
I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Well, Mike.
With a rematch on the horizon, Tyson's comments have only heightened the anticipation and perhaps added some extra pressure on Fury to step up his game. What makes Tyson so captivating is that he's not just a retired fighter cashing in on his name. He's a dynamic, entertaining force of nature. Whether he's reshaping his brand, breaking down the sport he loves, or turning viral moments into business opportunities, Tyson is showing that his legacy isn't just intact, it's still evolving. And honestly, who else could pull that off?